Alright there. So, I'm back out again, out in the Lake District. I'm going to do my October Wild Camp. It's now Saturday and I was supposed to get out yesterday for my wild camp. I was going to finish work early and go for a wild camp yesterday, but the weather was absolutely horrendous. I've got a friend that lives in Cumbria. He messaged me and he said, "Are you still heading over our way?" And I was going to, but he said I wouldn't bother. It is really bad, so I knocked that one on the head. Anyway, I've gotten up this morning, checked the weather forecast, checked the Mountain Weather Information Service and the Mountain Weather app, and they both showed it to be a much improved day. So I went for breakfast over the Weatherspoons with my wife and daughter this morning, and I was still pondering, shall I go, shan't I go? I didn't feel motivated to go, but anyway I just thought, I'm going to go. So I ran over there. They got some odds and ends to see us through the night, and here I am. So tonight I've just come out for just a quick one, really. It's not a long walk, it's just a short walk. It's probably not even a mile. I'm in the far eastern side of the Lake District, and I'm just parked down at Martindale, just near St Peter's Church. So anyway, you'd be thinking I'm going up Hallam Fell, and you'd be wrong. I'm going to have a look up Stale Knot. It's one I've fancied for a while, so I thought it's a quick one. To say I was lacking a little bit of motivation, it's probably an ideal one to do. So I'll be getting ready in a short while and setting off, because the time is currently 25 to 4. There's a lot of cars in the area. If I just spin you around, you can see that. Still a lot of cars here, still a lot of people coming and going, and I don't want to get up there too early. Like I say, it'll probably only take us roughly maybe 40 minutes or so to get up there. So yeah, I'm just going to sit here and chill for another half hour or so, then I'll set off and have a steady stroll up. So yeah, so I'll get back to you in a bit. So as I previously mentioned, I'm going to be out doing my October Wild Camp. If you've seen any of my previous videos, you'll know that I set myself a challenge at the start of the year to do a wild camp every calendar month. So everything's on track. We are into the month of October. So like I said earlier, this will be my October Wild Camp. And tonight, we're heading up here. Stale Knot or Pikeawassa. Look down there. You've got Hallam Fell there, back in the distance there. That was probably one of the first fells that I camped on. Nice easy one to start off with. It's a good little fell to check all your gear out on as well. So anyway, I'm going to head up here. Looks pretty steep, but steady away. We've got all night really, to be honest with you. Just see how all the bracken's going brown now. Just walked through a few streams there on the way up here. Obviously we had a lot of rainfall last night, so the footwear I've chosen today is my Scarpers and not my Innovates, I'm pleased to say.
Yeah, but no, we'll carry on. Forgot how steep this was. Just sharp up. But what I can remember is it does level off when you get near the top and you sort of walking along the ridge. Still looking very cloudy. But I tell you what, considering we into the month of October, it's still quite mild. At one point when I was driving along the 66, it was reading 21 degrees in the car. Oh, yeah, very mild for this time of year. When I was walking by the church earlier, there was a couple there, a young girl in a wedding dress and a lad in his suit, obviously just being married and taking advantage of the beautiful Lake District to get the photographs taken. So, I don't know if you can see on the camera, just turn you around there, straight down the bottom here. There they are, getting the wedding photos taken. Yeah, lovely. Well, that's a bit of the steep part over. Just looking over here, the knob just comes into view there, and then you've got Beda Head and Beda Fell. I camped on there a couple of months ago. Oh yeah, onwards and upwards up here. Got the herdies over here, looking very inquisitive. Yeah, gorgeous. Still see some people there on the top of Hallam Fell. I think that's the hard bit over now. So we've just got to follow this path down here, follow it round, and where the rock is up there, I think that'll be the summit. And then just a case of finding somewhere to pitch. Just another thing, my last video, I'd bought a wind slave for my camera, and the sound was absolutely spot on. It's a little bit more windy today, so this will be a really good test to see how the audio comes out, because I have been saving up for an external mic, but for the sake of a fiver I might save myself 280 quid, so we'll find out when I edit this video. So here we are on the top of Stale Knot, or Pikeawassa, and the views are absolutely stunning, out of this world. Looking over to Weather Hill, and then obviously you've got Lord Pot Hill. Behind us in the distance there, you'll have Bonscale Pike and Arthur's Pike. Just in front here, the Nab. You'll have, I think it's Restod, and then the Knot. And then beyond that, you've got High Street and Thornthwaite. And then round to the left, you'll have Kidsty Pike and I think it's High Raise. Over here, Beta Fell and Beta Head, and then beyond that you've got Place Fell. Oh, views all around, stunning. Obviously over the top of that you've got your Helvellyn range. Just turn round here, obviously we've got Hallam Fell, Little Mel Fell and Great Mel Fell and Goulbarrow. So anyway, I'm going to find somewhere to pitch my tent. Well, I think I found the place I want to pitch my tent. It's nice and flat, so yeah, I'm going to pitch my tent. Let's crack on. So that's a tent pitched. Couple of areas where it's a little bit rocky, so I struggle to get the pegs in. So the guy lines are not on the right angle that I would like them to be on, but nonetheless they're in and they're well secure. But I'll give you a look round. Here we go. Not bad. So what I've done is I checked the weather forecast. We've got a 15 to 20 km/h wind blowing in from the southwest, and that's going to carry on right through till in the morning when it changes direction to more southerly direction. So what I've done is I've put the foot end of my tent, because that's the smallest end, into the direction of the wind. And it just so happens that my door, which is here, is looking out onto Ullswater in that direction and this direction here. I've got Hallam Fell here, so not bad at all. So yeah, to be honest with you, I am on the path, but I can't see anybody else coming up here tonight, and I'll probably be long gone before anybody else arrives up here. That's if anybody comes up here. So yeah, anyway, I'm going to get my gear put in the tent and then I may have a can. So that's me all set up. So I'll give you the tour of the tent. Well, let's go in. Let's have a look. Right. What have we got here? So because the weather's been so mild, and like I say, it's supposed to be about 13 to 15 degrees through the night. So I was going to bring me mountain equipment helium 600 sleeping bag, which has a comfort rating of -10, which is a little bit of overkill for this time of year. So I've brought the RAB Neutrino Pro 300 again, which has a RAB rating of -4, or if you're going off the EN ratings, it has a comfort rating of 4 degrees, a comfort limit of -1 and an extreme limit of -17. So that's more than adequate for tonight. I've got my Sea to Summit Aeros pillow, and the only mat I have got is the Sea to Summit Extra mat. So that's a cracking mat, that. Brilliant for the winter months. So like I said previously, when I come to do my winter camps, I am going to invest in a winter sleeping bag, although I probably could get away with the Mountain Equipment Helium 600. I've also brought my I think it's a Thermarest or Sea to Summit, if I get it out of the bag. I can't remember what make it is now. Yeah, Sea to Summit. It's a reactor. It's a liner for the sleeping bag, so if it does get a little bit cold through the night, I can chuck that in as well. But that also acts as a little bit of protection for your sleeping bag against your body odour as well. So I have got that as well. For lighting, I've got the Goal Zero Lighthouse Micro. Now, what I did fail to do was recharge it when I was at home. It only had 2 bars left, so I've got that currently plugged into my Anker power bank. So that'll be fully charged by the time it goes dark. I do have other torches. I've got, like I say, I've got the Flexi Tail. That's the name of it. The pump for my air mat. That has a light on it. And I also have a torch as well. So I've got plenty of things to use for lighting. So I've got all my gear down the bottom of the sleeping bag there, down the bottom of the tent there. I've got my down jacket and my clothing for the night. I've got my waterproof jacket in the bag. I've got all my food in this bag, which I'll go through later. I've got my radio here, my cook system, so that's my GSI cook pot there. I'll just turn around a bit here, it's better, get you in the light. So that's my GSI cook pot. I just generally boil water in that. My MSR WinPro stoves in there. I bring my water up. I have a drinking water bottle here, 750ml in there. And I've got the Hydro Pack 2 litre storage bottle as well. So if there isn't a water source on the way up to whatever fell you're going to, you can fill your Hydro Pack before you come home. Yes, it's a little bit more weight, but never mind. So anyway, drink tonight. So I've got an assortment of cans down there. I've got the Brewdog Silk Road. I've got the Northern Monk Faith in Haze, that hazy IPA again. And I've got a new one here which I haven't had before. It's one by Siren and it's called Just Like Paradise. And that's what this is, Just Like Paradise. So this is a tropical IPA, so I may open that one in a minute and sample it. So yeah, so that's me set up, and all I want to do now is just sit and chill and enjoy this. So like I said earlier, I'm going to try this Siren Just Like Paradise Tropical IPA. So it says a true desert island beer, as pineapple, passion fruit and guava join an amazing combination of citra and Azaka hops to recreate a tropical treat. Along with the punchy fruit flavours and aromas, you treat it to a soft body, subtle bitterness and plenty of drinkability. This must be just like living in paradise. 4.7%. Well, let's give it a blast. Smells alright. Oh, really nice, very nice. That'll go down well. So, like I said earlier, we're on top of Pikeawassa, or Steel Knot, at 432 metres. So, but it's looking very moody. It's not forecast for any rain tonight, funny enough, but it does look pretty bad if I turn you round. It's looking rather grey, isn't it? So I don't care. I've got my tent up, and as you noticed, I'm in the Hillyberg Black Label Solo tonight, so it should more than handle any storm that's thrown at it. Oh, we'll see how it goes. Hey, well, I think I'm going to put my radio on and just relax. So, yeah. I've just come out the tent there, and I'm like having a look around, and I'm looking down towards the knob, and if I turn you round, if you look on either side of the knob, so you've got Beederfell there and Weather Hill there, and the knob down the middle. It's really black that side and really black that side, but down the centre it's just really light. The camera probably isn't giving you the full effect of it, but it looks really weird. Yeah. But no, I think there's definitely a storm brewing. We'll see anyway. So looking just down this side of the knob, you've got Bannerdale Beck. Just turn you around, you can see it down there, Bannerdale Beck. And this side of the knob, I think it's called Ramskill Beck. There's a little if I take over to the edge here. So looking down here, that's called the Fusedale Valley. Not the Fusedale Beck, but then looking just there, going up the side of the fell there, that's called Groove Beck. I only know that because I've just checked them up. Well, just been changed. I've put my clean top on, put my bamboo leggings on, put my down jacket on, because since the sun will have gone down, which wasn't visible, the temperature has dropped. It's dropped quite considerably from September to October. Some friends down here. Yeah, flock of herdies there. I don't know if you can see this, but let's look back up to the tent. Well, the rain's keeping off, and the wind has picked up a little bit, not massively, but just a little bit. But yeah, I'm still enjoying it. It's still good to be out. I'm so glad I made that decision to get off my backside and come up here. Otherwise, I'd have spent the full weekend wishing that I had. Like I say, sometimes that's what it's about, just giving yourself that little push, doing something that you don't really want to do, or something that you can't be really bothered to do, and just getting out and doing it. Oh, yeah. I think I'm going to go back to the tent in a minute, and I think I'm going to make myself some food. So when I get back there, I'll show you what I have. Well, I'm going to knock myself some food up now, so I'll get my stove set up, and then we'll see what delights we have for food. I want to get this gas screwed on. I think I'm going to go at the minute, but There you go. It gives that little bit of gas, leaking gas out, doesn't it? Noises. Noise the life out of us. Right, there's the stove set up. Right. That's a flat surface. Some water. So let's have a look what we've got. Real termite meal. Now, I enjoyed the reindeer stew and the chicken curry was really nice. So this time I've got chicken tikka masala. So we'll see how this goes. Get this stove lit. Some water on to boil. Bag open. I should have a rubbish bag somewhere to chuck that in, but I'll get that in a minute. Yes, oh yes. It smells alright in the dry form, to be honest with you. Give it a good squeeze to break it all up and that. Nope, set that lid on, help it boil a bit quicker. Spoon. Over it. Here it is. Oh. Well, that's me water boiling, so knock that off. Get me a little gripper. Knock the lid off. Food. And got the fill line there. Got this bag up fully. And pot. Yeah. Let it stir. Right in the corners. That's it. So it's stirred. Seal the bag. Leave it for 8 minutes. What time are we on? Oh, so 7 o'clock. So about 10 past 7, we'll have our chicken tikka masala. So, let's give this one a try. Just stir. Here it goes. Oh, they're really nice, them, like. They are worth the money. I think that one was $10.99 or something, I think it was. But I tell you what, man, it is it is worth it. So anyway, I'm gonna have this. I'm gonna have me can, and I'll get back to you in a bit. Well, I'm just sat here chilling, got the radio on. Unfortunately, I couldn't pick up Planet Rock. It said the station's not available, so I've got some Greatest Hits channel on at the minute. But earlier I was just sat thinking, last time I was up on this fell, it was quite a funny, memorable day, to be honest with you. Because when we set off walking, it was nice and sunny down at the car park. We got up onto Stale Knot, went over the top, and then we started climbing up the side of Weather Hill. And that's when the snow started to make an appearance. Anyway, we got on the tops, and it was one of them walks where the snow, it wasn't soft enough to kick away, and it wasn't hard enough to walk on, so you were literally sinking to your knees every single step. What an exhausting day that was. Anyway, that day we were supposed to do Stale Knot, Weather Hill, Low Pot Hill, Arthur's Pike and Bonscale Pike. But we had to bail out on Arthur's and just go straight over to Bonscale because we were running out of daylight hours and we didn't want to put ourselves at any risk. But no, I would probably say that's probably what was one of my hardest walks. So it's not always the fell which makes the walking difficult. It's sometimes the conditions that you've got to be wary of as well. And you've got to plan sort of like an exit route if you do become overly exhausted, or like for us, we were running out of daylight hours, so it's good always to have that exit plan, like a plan B, just to get down off the top of the fell. But I've had people say to me before, what's been your hardest walk? Or what would you say is the hardest fell? And I've always said it isn't the fell, it's the walking conditions that determine the difficulty of the walk. So, yeah, I just thought I'd get that one in. I love the wild camping, but I tell you what, I'm not a creepy crawly fan. I've just had a massive beetle crawling in. I flicked it out, it came back, I flicked it out again, it came back. I've literally had to flick it twice, well away from the tent. I'm just keeping an eye out for it now. But, oh my God. Well, I think I'm going to put the stove on, boil some water, and make myself a coffee. Because guess what I've got? Yeah, you guessed it. I've got a Yorkie. Look, I'm going to get it out the bag. Oh. Yep. The Yorkie at night on a fell. Anyway, let's get the stove on. Well, that's the stove on there, boiling some water. All ready for me coffee. Yeah. I nearly forgot these. Just as well I do a list, isn't it? And check it all off. And then I only had one left in the cupboard, so I went over to Home Bargains. They didn't have these Nescafe ones, they were in a different box. Anyway, I bought the box, got home, and it was the coffee pots. So that was £2.99 down the Swanee. So I had to fly over Asda, and Asda saved the day. Get in there. So just wait for this to boil. Add it to my cup, and then it's Yorkie time. Oh yes. Yep, that didn't take long. So, little gripper again. Burn my fingers. Pour some water in. Oh, your buckets. Skanking up that like.
Yeah. Yep. And there for now. Spoon to stir it. Should be in here somewhere. A quick stir. Coffee is served. Well, good morning. I've had a decent night's sleep. I got up only once through the night, just to go to the toilet. Weather-wise, we haven't had any rain. There hasn't been much wind either. So, yeah, it hasn't been a bad night, really. Quite comfortable. The time at the minute, it's 5 to 6. I think the sun is due to rise at 25 past 7 or something, I think. I'll have to check that. I haven't had a look outside yet, so I don't know what the weather's doing, but like I say, it doesn't sound like it's raining and there's no wind. But no, yesterday it was a really, really good evening, to be honest with you. Just laid back and chilled and listened to the radio, had some good food, some beers. But no, it was a good day yesterday. I enjoyed it. So anyway, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to get up, get my clothes on, and then I'll pop out and just see what's happening, and then I'll get some breakfast done. So I'll get back to you in a bit. Yeah, I've just been outside there, had a wee. I'll turn this head torch off. And it is a bit cloudy. Obviously it's pitch black as well, because it's only about 6 o'clock, I think it is. The tent's covered in condensation inside, which I would expect, because I had the inner almost shut up just to keep the creepy crawlies out. You see, it was a battle with them last night, keeping them out. But I'm going to put the stove on, make myself a coffee, and I'm going to have my porridge, and then I'll have another look out in a bit. So yeah, I'm going to do that. So it's my brew made. My porridge. The Quaker oats so simple. Heaps of fruit and summer berries. Oh, look forward to having that. I've just opened my tent up a little bit, just to let the air circulate through the tent and try and dry the tent out from the inside, because it is rather wet on the inside. Hopefully it'll dry it from the inside out. Still pitch black outside. Nothing to see yet. So yeah, like I said, it's been had a good night last night, and I'm so pleased I came out. Just goes to show, sometimes you really just have to drag yourself off the couch and get yourself out, because once you're out, you're okay. But I had no motivation to do anything yesterday, and it was just heading for a wasted weekend. So I'm really glad I came out. So yeah. But anyway, I'm going to have my porridge now, and I'll see you in a bit.
So the other thing I have here is an absorbent sponge, and that I go around the tent and I dry off any condensation from the inside and the outside, and skew it all at once over. I've just been packing some of my gear away in the tent. Should have been getting the sunrise now, but as you can see, there's too much cloud, so I don't think I'm going to get one. So I'm just going to carry on packing my gear away. The majority of it's put away there now. The tent, after giving it a wipe over, it doesn't feel too bad there now. So I'll probably give that another 15 minutes and then take that down. But it's not a bad morning really, to be honest with you. At least it's not raining anyway. So yeah. Well, I'm gonna make a start and take the tent down. So I'll pull all the pegs out and I'll wrap all the guy lines back up so that they're nice and neat for next time. If it had been raining, the whole thing would have just been getting stuffed in its bag and sorted out when I get home. But it's not a bad morning, so I can take my time and get it right. so that's me all packed up. My bags are here, all packed. I've just give the area a once over. I was pitched here last night. I've checked it all, made sure I've left no pegs, left no rubbish, which I haven't, so I'm happy about that. So that's the way it should be. Leave no trace. Leave the place as you found it, if not better. So what I'm going to do now is, I came up via the north side of Stale Knot, so I think I'm going to go back down the southern side and bear round the bottom end. It just breaks the journey up. I always like to try and make me way back off the fell different to the way on the fell. Just makes it a little bit more interesting and possibly see things that you've not seen before. So yeah, but didn't get a sunrise, but it's not the end of the world, and I didn't get a sunset either, but it's just been fantastic being out, and I'm so glad I pushed myself and came out. So anyway, let's get this rucksack on and let's get off this fell. Should be just turning right here just now and then drop down the side and then go back along in the opposite direction, back along towards St. Peter's Church where we parked. Yeah, I can just see our path comes along here all the way back down here. Pretty straightforward really. Oh, that's looking back up to where we were last night. And this is where we're heading, back down here. Tell you what, I got out my tent last night, and when I was looking across onto the fells over here, there was a torch getting shone up the side of the fell. I don't know what that was all about. So here we are. That's looking onto the back of St. Martin's Church. Beautiful little church that. So we're going to carry on down here. nice little bench up here, I can see. Go and have a look at it. Some canny views from it if I just turn you around here. Hello sheep. No care in the world. Well, I think I'm going to take this opportunity to wrap this video up here, because I'm not too far from the car, and the car park does look full now. So anyway, thank you Stale Knot. That was an excellent camp, fantastic pitch. To say I wasn't going to come out yesterday, I think part of it was because I was really looking forward to getting out on Friday and the weather put the dampers on it. So Saturday, I don't know, I just got out of bed, I didn't feel motivated, and I just thought, nah, I can't be bothered. So I then checked the weather forecast had changed. I'd gone for breakfast with the wife and daughter, and I just thought, you know what, I am going to go. If I don't go, I'll regret it, and I would have regretted it because I've had a fantastic night. So the weather's been kind, there's been no rain, really there wasn't much wind either. Yes, there wasn't a sunset or a sunrise, but that's just the way it goes. Sometimes these things happen, but it shouldn't spoil your night out. But yeah, this is what it's all about, just getting out, enjoying yourself, because one day you'll not be able to do this. So anyway, that's my October wild camp done and dusted. I'm still on track for me one wild camp every calendar month, which I started in January, and now we into October. So I'll need to start planning me November wild camp. So we'll see where that takes us. So until next time, see you later and take care.